Hey there, thanks so much for stopping by. It's definitely been a while here since I last posted on my channel, and there's a very good reason for that, I promise. And that will all be explained in the latter half of this video. But for now, we're going to kick off this video with a small but mighty haul from Tokyo Disney Sea, and that is the spring event of Duffy and Friends, Spring in Bloom. And that event spanned from the 1st of April until the end of May, so I'm just about running the tail end of that event. And what's really interesting about this particular event is that this event was scheduled to be released of last year, including the merch, but with the whole pandemic and the parks closing during that time, they were unfortunately not able to go forward with, the plans that were laid out. And so while there were pictures and while there were mentions of merchandise and of the event in general, there was just really no implementation of it until this year. And I'm going to be sharing with you a small but mighty haul. And even though I picked up only 3 items from the entire lineup, they total to well over $100, which makes up the mighty part of the haul. And by the time you'll be watching this video, all 3 items are in fact sold out. They have no plans to restock, even though the event was scheduled to be running until the end of May. But that's how Tokyo Disney do sometimes. They simply just don't restock regardless of how popular the items are. These 3 in particular went out so fast, they didn't even make it until the end of April. And as is usually the case here on my channel, when I showcase merchandise or hauls, I will also be sharing with you the retail price. And just a quick reminder that I don't do sponsorships, I don't do promotions. I purchase these items myself directly from the parks, so I will not be suggesting or sponsoring or be talking about any sort of shopping services whatsoever, so I hope you understand that. And without further ado, here's the first item. This is a pass case or a card holder. This is not the first time Shelly May was featured as a pass case holder or as a card holder, but it is the first time for her to have a sort of ring of flowers that are decorating her head. So anyway, here's a close-up of our sweet little girl. Now, the regular pass case is basically the same thing, minus the layer of flowers you see here on top of her head. And the lanyard of the pass case holder is a more of a pink/beige color. This one here is green. She's super soft. Very much the same material that the actual plush is made of. This is the back, and this is where you would stick your card or your ticket in. And it does say the event name right there, etched, or rather embroidered in purple, Spring in Bloom. It's a very nice, soft purpley, like a mix between periwinkle and purple. And there's also an embroidery of some flowers that are decorating the corner of this pocket here. As is usually the case with a lot of the Duffy and Friends merch, you have a fabric tag here that shows the name of the character, and in this case it is of course of Shelly May, and on the other side Tokyo Disney Sea. And this is one way of knowing that this is an authentic merchandise. This is an authentic item, a genuine item. There have been a couple of fakes that have been popping up on the web. I love the 2 colors that are selected as the flowers on her head. It's probably hard to pick up on camera because of the lighting, but these bigger ones are like a pale pink, like almost a dusty rose. And in between the pink roses are smaller white flowers. And I also love that there are scattered pieces of leaves here and there, just to give it another pop. There is a zipper that can be accessible from the top of her head. And the lining is just a plain felt lining, the same kind of color as the roses here, as the pink roses. The next item up for showcasing is a wreath, a spring wreath. They do have Christmas wreaths, and they also call this a wreath. The ring stops here, and in place of the other half of the ring, they have a basket. And the only 2 characters that are being featured here are Duffy and Shelly May. They are basically keychain plushes stuck inside a plush basket. They are more or less the same kind of style as you would buy like a regular plush keychain. This is so cute, so adorable. This is like the epitome of Duffy and Friends merchandise. You have Shelly Mae, she has a whole bunch of flowers on top minus the pink roses. Duffy himself has a little accessory on top, but instead of flowers, it's a little butterfly, a yellow butterfly. The basket is not hard at all. It is very soft, very plush, as you can see that when I squish it. So there is some cotton or some kind of soft filling inside. It's not hard at all. And I like that covering the entire handle of the basket is like a vine or a line of leaves wrapping around the entire handle, and it goes from the left to the right. And the ring of the basket is felt lined or fabric lined. I don't know if that's felt, but it also comes with a little string that you can use to hang this on a hook. And I also like that there are way more flowers being scattered over here, more so than that of the Shelly Mae pass case we saw earlier. There's like at least 2 layers of flowers here. All of them are made of fabric, so they are sure to last for quite a while. The basket itself is made from some sort of canvas like material, what potato sacks are made of. There's very much a weave detail to it. And finally, a satin ribbon in blue and white stripes. And as far as I recall, this is not scented. Yep, there's no smell to it. If you want to add some more cuteness or kawaii-ness to a room, this is a very simple solution to do that. And of course, you have that fabric tag here, but it only says Duffy and Friends this time. The entirety of this decorative piece screams spring. There's no other way to put it. It is super cute, super springy, super Duffy and Friends. And finally, the last item and the most expensive one is something that I didn't think I would be getting at all. But after seeing pictures and pictures and pictures of it on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever have you, I caved in and got a Stella Lou costume set. Now my Stella Lou over here, she's sitting over here. I'm just gonna move that plushie over. Already dressed in her Heartwarming Days costume. And you know how when you just come across something that's like so perfect and you can't help but feel like this is a must? That's how I feel with this. That's how I felt when I saw her in her Heartwarming Days costume. That's how I felt about this Spring and Bloom costume. It's almost like a crime not to get it for her. And I'm pretty curious to see how she will look in this. All Duffy and Friends costumes come looking like this. They come packed with a single piece of cardboard. All the pieces that you need for their costumes are included, and what I love about it is that they always come with a character hanger, so you can kind of collect the costumes by hanging it up. It's a great collectible item as well. And what comes in the set are 3 pieces, I believe. You have the dress, which is the main piece, and then you have 2 accessories. One being the headband, the head accessory, and the other being the body accessory or her purse. So we're going to be letting Stella Lou change into these 3 pieces. So let's give her a costume change. So that is everything for the Small and Mighty haul. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you think that they're worth the price, or your general thoughts and ideas about Duffy and Friends merchandise. Duffy and Friends are definitely a niche fan base among Tokyo Disney Sea fans. For more Disney content, be sure to check out other videos on my channel, and if you did enjoy this video, please support me by liking and subscribing. And now for the rest of the video, I'd like to be sharing with you some very special news and announcements. First of all, a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. I remember the day when it was a dream to just get 100 subscribers, and now I have 10 times that, and it's been such a journey. And speaking of journeys, the reason why I haven't been as frequent here on my channel is because we are expecting our first child, and it may be hard to tell on camera, but I am due rather soon. Within a month and a couple of weeks, give or take. So we've been doing a lot of like renovation in our house. We've been moving a lot of stuff around, and as you can see here, I've even been moving some of the things in this very room just to prepare for the newest addition to our family. So there has been a lot of changes happening in the past couple of months, which is why I haven't had the time and very recently the energy to be able to post frequently here on my channel. But that certainly does not mean I'm quitting YouTube forever. It simply means I'm going to be taking a short hiatus, especially because we're first-time parents. There's going to be a huge learning curve for both of us. And so until we develop a routine, and especially until our baby gets into a consistent schedule, once we've gotten accustomed to the new changes in our lifestyle, our new schedule, our new routine, I'll have a better idea, a better picture of how that will affect my filming schedule, my editing schedule. I'm definitely still gonna want to make videos. I mean, I just bought a new tripod for this camera. I mean, my husband and I had planned to go to Tokyo Disney at the end of May, and we had our tickets, we had our hotel, we had everything worked out, and then the government decided to extend the state of emergency, so that Tokyo Disney trip is currently on hold and it has been postponed until after our baby is born. I'll never want to stop going to the Tokyo Disney parks. There's always going to be something I want to get from the shops, from the stores, from the parks. That magic is not going away. It's definitely here to stay, and I would absolutely love to continue sharing that with you. And I haven't forgotten that I had planned to do a giveaway for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I have that bag filled with goodies that I have accumulated over several months, just waiting for the magic to be spread as a thank you for your support. But at this time, the giveaway will be on hold just because of given circumstances. So that's a big announcement, and how that will change things here on my channel I have yet to figure out. But I want to thank you in advance for your patience, for your understanding, and your continued support. I hope to see you sooner rather than later, and wherever you are and whatever you do, I wish you nothing but the best in health, in happiness. Please take care, and I hope to see you sooner rather than later. Until then, see you in the next video.